Welcome to Violently American. Today I'm going to show you how to make your functioning kayak out of this junk. One of the major problems facing American society today is the cost of a kayak. The starting price for a hard plastic one is going to be around $300. If I went back with this junk, I could make one for a quarter of the price. So first you're going to want to get two of these, I believe 30 or 20 gallon trash cans. 20 gallons should be enough because using a lot of meth, you can find out that 40 gallons in total should hold someone up to 300 pounds. So first, you're going to want to connect your trash cans together. So you're going to take your JB weld, and put a nice ring around it. Once you get that done, take the other bucket, don't mind that, make sure the handles line up, and place it on the top. Scoot it around a bit to make sure you get a good seal. And then let it dry. And for extra buoyancy and to make sure you don't flip, we're going to use these styrofoam pool noodles to add kind of pontoons kind of thing. Of course, you might want to wait till that's fully dry, but you'll take your duct tape, make sure to get a good brand, not cheap dollar store stuff. And as a reminder, all this stuff costs about shy of $70. You're going to take your duct tape, take your pool noodle, situate it right beneath the handles. And start wrapping. And that's why you would want to wait till it's dry. But we could probably do it while it's dry. just to show you what aluminum looks like under the handles. Try to get them to be end to end. As always, try to make sure the whole thing's lined up.
Okay, I'll be over.
Yeah, probably would have been the better idea to wait till it's dry. We'll wait till it's dry for the next set of kayaks. Or for the next set of duct tape. Now just wait till it dries.
3 days later.
So after all the epoxy is dry, we can then get to duct taping the rest of the noodles to the rest of the body. Probably 3 strands should be good in total. And this duct tape can help somewhat seal it from water. This last one. So now that's all duct taped, we can get to cutting it, to cut a hole for the seat. We want the hole to be large enough for the person to sit in, although some people might still be too large, given the size of the craft. If you're too large, well, sadly you'll have to get bigger bins to do this project. We'll take a knife and carefully, very carefully, begin cutting. Helps to cut along the seams just to help you guide and have a straighter cut. That should be far enough. Continue the same on the other side. And then cut across. Be careful not to cut yourself. or stab yourself. Probably best not to do this while wearing a mask. Unless you're using like a Dremel tool, which would create a lot of dust. And well, probably would want to make it larger. But I think just a tad larger, and this will be fine for my size at least. Again, a lot of this will be a case-by-case basis, so you'll have to, choose the correct things, the correct round of pool noodles. Perhaps, like even I might have to add extra stability to it, like wood rods, plastic rods. And now that that's done, we'll just want to take duct tape, wherever that went. And just duct tape around the rims to make it look somewhat nicer. Most people could probably cut way straighter than I did. Use a bit of practice or a bit more careful. I do not likely to cut yourself on plastic, but better safe than sorry. As I just finished cutting with a knife facing toward me. All while having slightly impaired vision from a bag on my head. These are all things you probably shouldn't do. Cutting with a knife, with a bag on your head, with a knife facing toward you. Just don't follow my guide, but don't follow my guide on how to do this. That's all if you want. Now we just have one more task to do before taking the boat, testing out the boat on the water. We're just going to grab this stuff over here. Since every ship has a name, I decided to give this ship a name befitting of how it looks. let that dry, and I'll show you what it says. Although you may be able to see it from here. Probably not in the camera anymore. Just let that dry. Super glue should dry quickly. And here we go. The perfect name befitting such a craft. Now off to testing. Off camera, I had cut the hole in the kayak trash bin a bit larger, so I was able to fit in it. But as you can see, cutting it bigger means that less surface area, meaning that it does not hold up as well. And even with it being slightly bigger, it's still difficult to get in it. Both sides, it's hard to balance. And water gets in quickly, so I have to keep resetting to be able to float. To fix the back sinking, I put more pool noodles under the back end, but even then it took me a while to be able to balance. However, sitting on the other end, where there was a lot more buoyancy, even without noodles, it was easier to ride. So it probably would have been better to have just not cut a hole in it, buy a second set of trash bins, and make it a raft. However, if you lean really far forward like this, you can ride it like a kayak, but it's not very comfortable, so it technically floats. It's technically a working kayak, but it's not very good. Maybe later on I can revisit the project with larger bins, but that's more money. I don't know if that's worth it. Although this project was basically worthless and pointless, hopefully this video, I don't know, taught you something or slightly entertained you. Leave a like if you want. Leave a bad comment if you want. Nothing else, I can't really stop you. Have a good day.